All right, so good evening, everyone. So good Monday evening. Global turmoil and national resilience, fires, wars, and the fight for a better future. So welcome back to JPCE Watchdog News, your trusted source, breaking news, in-depth analysis, and global stories that matter the most. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook also to stay informed in every step of the way. You can find me on Facebook, Jared Campbell. Today's report covers the U.S. and international headlines, diving into the pressing issues shaping our world today. In California, devastating wildfires continue to rage on, claiming lives, destroying communities, and testing the leadership as Governor Newsom unveils a bold plan called the Marshall Plan to rebuild. We'll also examine how destruction threatens the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics and impacts the national economy. On the global stage, tensions also escalate in Ukraine as Russia's forces push forward and ceasefire talks bring cautious hope in the Israel-Hamas conflict. Meanwhile, the global economy navigates a turbulent path as geopolitical uncertainty ripples through markets. From the U.S. to the world, these stories highlight the resilience and challenges of our time. Stay tuned as we break it down and deliver the stories defining our collective future. So I'm Jared Wesley Campbell. For those of you who also follow my RAND report and World War III research, I'm going to move those to either Friday or Saturday, just depends. There'll only be one day a week. So let's continue on with our report. So top stories for January 13th, 2025. We're going to start with the U.S. news. So we're going to talk about the California wildfires, updates, and impact. So Southern California, we all know, is grappling with devastating wildfires, primarily the Palisades and Eaton fires. They're fueled by the strong Santa Ana winds. These fires have collectively scorched over 40,000 acres, destroyed more than 12,000 structures, and resulted in at least 24 fatalities as of now. The Palisades fire has burned approximately 23,713 acres, with somewhere around 14% containment is what I saw in most of the sources. Some say 11, 12, and 13. Most are saying 14, right? While the Eaton fire has consumed about 14,117 acres and is somewhere around 33% containment. Over 150,000 residents are under evacuation orders as firefighters work tirelessly to control the blazes. I'm sure guys are beat down. That's why they're as a background on the screen. Give a lot of thanks to those guys. So Governor Newsom has announced a comprehensive recovery initiative, and it is called the Marshall Plan. Let's talk about that. The Marshall Plan is to rebuild Los Angeles post-wildfires. The plan involves collaboration with city officials, business leaders, and nonprofit organizations to reconstruct the city and address infrastructure challenges. Newsom has also ordered an investigation into water pressure failures that hindered firefighting efforts in certain areas. Right? The wildfires have raised concerns about the Los Angeles preparedness for the 2028 Olympics. The extensive damage to infrastructure and the potential for future natural disasters have led some experts to question the city's ability to host the games safely in 2028. Insurance costs are expected to rise, adding financial strain to the rebuilding efforts. What's in the economy news? So for economic, the U.S. economy has experienced fluctuations due to ongoing wildfires in California. The estimated economic damage for the fires range between $52 billion to $57 billion as of today, right? Impacting various sectors, including real estate, agriculture, and also tourism. Additionally, the Federal Reserve closely monitors inflation rates, which have slightly increased over the past month. Analysts suggest that the central bank adjusts monetary policies to address these economic challenges. Political developments. In response to the wildfires, Governor Newsom has expanded a legislative session to include billions of dollars for wildfire response. The proposed plan includes at least $2.5 billion for wildfire mitigation, with $1 billion allocated for immediate emergency aid and $1.5 billion for preparedness programs. This move comes amid criticism from Republican leaders regarding the allocation of funds for legal defense against the incoming Trump administration. President-elect Donald Trump has criticized California's wildfire management, calling state leaders incompetent and demanding better forest and water management. Governor Newsom has responded by urging Trump to visit Los Angeles to witness the devastation firsthand and has launched a fact-checking website to address misinformation. Oh, go figure. Let's talk about Smart LA 2028 initiative. So Los Angeles has been implementing the Smart LA 2028 strategy. Most people don't know about this, aiming to transform the city into a digitalized smart city, no doubt, by the time it hosts the 2028 Olympics. Woo! The plan focuses on integrating technology to improve infrastructure, transportation, and public services. However, the recent wildfires have posed significant challenges to this initiative. I'm sure it has, potentially delaying progress, and they need to revisit some of their strategies, I would imagine. So the recent wildfires have profoundly impacted California, affecting lives, the economy, and future plans for the state. Efforts are underway to control the fires, rebuild communities, and address the challenges of such natural disasters. The situation remains dynamic, with authorities and residents working together to navigate these unprecedented times. That is your objective reporting for the U.S. Let's move on to our world report now. We can close out. Love you all so much. Conflict in Ukraine, Russia, and Israel. Let's talk about this for a second, right? So the Ukraine and Russia conflict. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia has intensified, particularly around the strategic city Prokhorsk in eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian authorities have halted production at the Prokhorsk coal mine. The nation's sole producer of coking coal, essential for steel. So it's the nation's sole producer of coking coal, essential for steel manufacturing, due to the proximity of Russian forces. Russian troops are reportedly within 2 kilometers of the mine, prompting evacuations and raising concerns about the significant disruptions to Ukraine's steel industry. In related development, Ukrainian special forces have been engaging North Korean troops allied with Russia in the Kursk region. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Ukrainian units have demonstrated resilience, holding positions for extended periods and inflicting casualties on opposing forces. Reports suggest that North Korean soldiers are being utilized in high-risk operations, leading to substantial losses and potential morale issues. Well, they're just cannon foggers, right? That's what they're using North Koreans for. Israel-Hamas conflict. Significant progress has been reported in the ceasefire negotiations between Israel and Hamas. Mediators have presented a final proposal to end over 15 months of hostilities. The proposed agreement includes a phased truce and the release of hostages held by Hamas in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Both parties are expected to make critical decisions within the next 24 hours. The involvement of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has added momentum to the talks, with his administration expressing a strong desire to resolve the conflict promptly. Global political developments. In the United States, President-elect Donald Trump has appointed retired General Keith Kellogg as an envoy to Ukraine, tasking him with securing a solid and sustainable resolution to the conflict within 100 days of taking office. This initiative reflects a shift in U.S. foreign policy, indicating a more sound approach towards Russia. However, concerns persist in Kiev regarding potential concessions and preserving Ukraine's sovereignty. Be objective, be fair. It's awesome. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, Israel has accused Hezbollah of attempting to rebuild its military capabilities. With Iran's assistance as United Nations session. Meanwhile, in the Middle East, Israel has accused Hezbollah of attempting to rebuild its military capabilities with Iran's assistance. At a United Nations session, Israeli representatives highlighted the ongoing threat posed by Hezbollah's activities, calling for international intervention to prevent further escalation in the region. The global economic outlook. We're almost done. The global economy. Let's talk about this real quick. So the global economy continues to face challenges, with growth projected to remain at 2.8% in 2025, unchanged from the previous year. According to the United Nations report, trade tensions, high debt burdens, and geopolitical risks contribute to this subdued outlook. While lower inflation and potential monetary easing offers some relief, uncertainty still persists. And people are getting very cautious economically towards the policies worldwide. Right? The S&P 500 has experienced some struggle in the financial markets, with recent declines erasing post-election gains. Concerns over inflation and rising interest rates under the incoming Trump administration, really? Have increased bond yields and market apprehension. New U.S. sanctions and Russian oil producers are also expected to raise oil prices, influencing global markets and contributing to inflationary pressures. So as I close out, right? So January 13th, the international landscape is marked by ongoing conflicts and significant political developments. Efforts towards ceasefires and diplomatic resolutions are underway in various regions. While economic challenges continue to test global markets, stakeholders worldwide remain engaged in addressing these complex issues to promote stability and growth. And that's it. I'm done this evening. That's your report for January 13th, guys. It's quick, easy peasy. Hit that easy button. I love you all so much. So like I said, I'm going to move my World War III research, the RAM reports, to either Friday or Saturday. Depends if Ricky and I talk on Fridays. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We'll see. Other than that, I'm going to continue these daily updates with my Bible teachings. They're always in the morning, right? So we're moving into the book of Philippians for the Bible studies if anyone is interested. I love you all so much. I'm out for this evening, right? So this is JPCE, Watchdog News. I'm signing off. This is Jared Wesley Campbell. I love you all so much. Embrace the suck, right? And never, ever hold back. Seek truth. Love you all so much. I'm out. Always stay objective, too. Stay objective. I'm out.